Hey guys, Mike from the Off Grid shop here, and I hope everyone's doing well. This time, as shooting this video, we're actually all in lockdown in Australia, so there's not much we can do. Not all of Australia. Bloody Western Australians in our own country over there, they can do what they want, but anyway, that's another story. So guys, today I want to give them statistics. Everyone's sitting at home. One of the best things, for us as a business right now, we'd love to be out doing lots of stuff, which is crazy, and we can't because of all the COVID lockdowns and things like that. So I'm going to give you some tips, and I always tell people one of the best things you can do and the best money you can spend trying to go off-grid or want to save money with solar is reduce your energy consumption. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you some quick tips and some things to have a look out for. This will also help if you want to go off-grid, you plan to go your off-grid journey. This is going to help you design a solar system, basically, because that's what it's all about. And the best money, like I said, always spend is energy-efficient appliances. So let's jump over here and I'll show you a product. Now, this is an Australian company called Solar Analytics. It's actually more designed for grid-connected customers. The reason I love it and use it at my place because it allows me to monitor all my individual circuits. So I'll just give you an example. Let's get rid of my air conditioner there. So the aircon's gone. There's no air conditioner there. So this actually allows me to monitor each individual circuit and sees how much energy each circuit's actually using each day. So this is today, Thursday the 26th of August, and this is what my solar system home is doing. I have a really heavily shaded roof, which sort of sucks. So my system's on at 6 kilowatts. I think I got a 9 kilowatt inverter at home with ridiculous panels. I think about 14, 15 kilowatts of panels on the roof at home. So that's what my solar system's doing. So I want to show you some stuff. And a lot of people, the most common question I've actually been asked this week, which is interesting, is can I run a chest freezer? Now I want to show you my fridge, which is my fridge freezer. So we'll get rid of all this stuff here, get rid of all the consumption. Now, this fridge here, as you can see, people worry about their fridges and things like that. Now, only thing I would say worrying about a fridge is if you're going to get one of those fridges like this. It's got an ice maker machine in it. Have a look at this. So the fridge pretty much overnight does about 330 watts at its peak. It sits at 50 watts all night long. And then you see this ice maker comes on and it pulls 2,000 watts, which is crazy. I've had some people have a fridge and in the middle of the night, their system gets shut down from overload and big load, not realise it's an ice maker in a fridge that does this. So for some reason, our fridge has stopped doing overnight, which is great. So fridges use hardly any energy, and so do deep freezers. So the chest freezers are actually really good. One tip I will give you for a chest freezer, and look, the reality of living in the country, this is actually really hard to do because you get up in the morning, you drive into town, you buy your food, you drive home, it's dark, you throw everything in your freezer, and what happens overnight, because you're putting everything in your freezer overnight, it's trying to cool that stuff down so it hammers your batteries and flattens your batteries. The next morning you wake up and, everything's gone upside down. So it's important to try and do that stuff. And I know it's, the difference between saying it and doing it in real life. I grew up on a property and my wife's mother-in-law, my wife's mum, she lives in the middle of nowhere, and, that's the stuff when you go get food from town and you get a big chest freezer and things like that. You spend all day in town, you get home in the afternoon, things like that. So it's important to have a think about these things. And what I recommend to a lot of people is just simply, if you're going to do that in a big shop and bring it home, just run the generator for a couple of hours of a night while the fridge and stuff like that's getting cooled down. You're filling up your freezer. You actually want that happening over a day. So that's fridges and freezers. Now let's have a quick look at an air conditioner. Now, this is something we get asked all the time is, can I run an air conditioner off grid? Now, if you look at this here and have a look at this and have an understanding. So if you have a look at this here, half the aircon there is getting run from batteries and the other half's coming from solar, and pretty much not until 8:25 a.m. we're doing everything from the sun. So we're actually taking the batteries there. It's not coming from the batteries, it's going to be coming from the sun. So you see of an afternoon where the energy sort of dropped off. It's probably got turned off there. Whoop. We actually use the aircon for heating in our place. And this is actually yesterday. Oh, we go. Get it on. So you can see it dropped off there the afternoon. It's probably turned off for an hour or two. And then it sort of come back on and it was sort of turned off. So you can sort of see and think about when you're going to use your air conditioner. Now, it's actually really easy to do air conditioning of a day. So air conditioning from a cooling point of view, because most of the time you're going to want it on, there's sun. Now let's have a look at January is a hot day. Australia Day is normally a hot day here in Australia. Look at that. So we hardly run the aircon. It was on, it hardly worked that day. So I'd love to see if this actually recorded the temperature, which would be pretty cool. So there's my aircon of a day. And you actually see our aircon usage there in the summer months. It's hardly doing anything, and it's all coming from solar. So that's the thing to think about, that if you want to use your aircon, as you said, we turn our aircon off there. On the really hot days in summer, we turn our aircon off, and like I said, we have a really heavy shading. As you can see, like we've got 9 kilowatts inverters. It gets up there to about 8.4 in the middle of January, 8.66. We've turned our aircon off there, but we could sort of run the aircon till about almost 6 p.m. We could be running directly from solar with the air conditioning. The longest we sort of run it in summer is about 7 o'clock, because we're really lucky where we live with this big, beautiful cold breeze comes through, so you can pretty much turn it off and the breeze comes through. And another trick that we normally do when we run our air conditioners, we actually use the dehumidify mode. Now, dehumidify works amazing on a humid day. It's something to watch out for. A lot of people try and use it on the days where it's dry. It's a waste of time. It's just like having a fan on. It's really important to use your dehumidify mode on those days that it's humid. If it's not working, flick it back over to cooling, because it's not that much of a humid day. We've got some monitors around our place where you can actually have a look and see how high the humidity is. You pretty much want your humidity over about 80 degrees for the humidity mode to work. So it's really good. We live in the Northern Rivers up here. It works really well in this area. So there's some tips, guys, to have a think about. And just when you're living off grid, if you want to run, from a fridge point of view, fridges use hardly any energy, and so the deep freezers. The only time the deep freezers use a ton of energy is when you fill them up, put loads of new stuff in them. But pretty much after that, they don't, because you open from the top, the cold air doesn't fall out. They're really energy efficient. And an aircon off grid, so they're probably two most common questions we get asked every single day here at the Off Grid Shop. It's really important that with your air conditioner, think about, well, if I want to use it for heating in winter, you're going to be hammering from your batteries what time you're going to turn it on off, because that's the most time you're going to want it. It's early in the morning, late in the afternoon, how long you're going to run it from. And batteries are the most expensive part of the system. In summer, it's actually really easy to run an air conditioner, because you just put more panels up, you do it directly from the sun, and panels are cheap. So, guys, thanks for watching. I'd love to hear in your comments below if there's anything that you want to know about energy efficient off grid. By looking at my house here, you can probably see that I've got most things monitored. I know the boys are actually doing a job at my place this weekend, and they're putting a few more monitoring circuits in. I want to monitor my electric vehicle charging and a few other circuits at home that we're doing this weekend. So, guys, thanks for watching. Anything you want to know, whack in the comments below, and I'm pretty sure I've got a monitor on it somewhere to be able to show you how much energy that product uses. Thanks, and have a great day.